where he is, Mike. He said something about getting properly prepared before he would do anything else.
Wonder what that means.
I don't know.
Sorry I'm late, guys.
There you are, Servo. What's up with the turtle suit?
Well, if you must know, I'm taking today's little lesson to heart. I'm not going to be caught off guard in a nuclear attack.
Servo, you must be aware there's more to surviving a nuclear attack than wearing a turtle suit.
Yeah, Servo. Turtles aren't going to survive any more than the rest of us. That shell is nothing more than a portable easy-bake oven when the heat wave hits.
Laugh a while you can, monkey boy. When the balloon goes up and the missiles impact, I will survive. Survive to continue my lineage. Survive
to snowshoe with Milquetoast the cockroach in Los Angeles when the nuclear winter hits.
Guys, give it a rest, okay? Now, if you remember the assignment, I wanted each of us to create our own version of a pleasant home as inspired by the short. Here, let me go first. Now, I've always been a fan of contemporary home design, such as this modern ranch split level. But I also think a home should have a really good stereo, so I've incorporated a stereo system throughout the interior. It's got THX with digital Dolby 5.1, a Carver 1000A power amp, Nakamichi XR436 transports, and Carver Magnaflux monoblocks. Plus, there's a realistic player for all my old 8-tracks.
Do the Bee Gees really deserve that much stereo power?
Well, yes. Crow, what'd you come up with?
Well, Mike, I wanted a home that offered all that can be found in those attractive country homes of today. The fresh country air, wide open spaces, and a view of the lake. Granted, I have a view of the lake now, but it's 150 miles below me.
Crow, that's nothing more than a satellite of love buried up to deck 32. I wanted you to create the home of your dreams.
Well, my housing database is rather small, Mike. After all, this is the only home I have ever known.
Well, let's see if Servo managed to keep to the assignment.
You two may have designed your own dream homes with the intent of comfort, but mine is designed for survival. The stainless steel radiation-shielded hatch leads down 60 feet to my lead-lined concrete bunker. There, with my air recirculation system, a 20-year stockpile of food and water, and a healthy supply of underwear, I'm all decked out to survive the Holocaust when it comes.
Servo, that's really not what I had in mind when I assigned this little project.
Oh, Mike, you're being too hard on him.
Well, thanks, Crow.
I mean, if he wants to make a home with Splinter, who are we to judge?
Yeah, run. It's Ninja Bert and his vicious snow warning civil defense attack.
Yeah. He's going to wave us along with his flashlight and tell us to put newspaper over our heads or something.
All clear, all clear.
Whew, that was a close one.
Sure was. Good thing you knew to duck and cover, Tommy.
With Bert as my guide? How could I not?
Say, nice outfit.
Thanks.
What do you say we leave these two and go get an orange smoothie?
Ooh. Didn't I see you in the background of that picnic scene?
You noticed? I'm touched.
Well, he certainly taught us a lesson today.
Come alive, you're in the Pepsi generation. Come alive, you're in the Pepsi generation.
Who is the Pepsi generation? Just about everyone with the young view of things. Active, livelier people with a liking for Pepsi-Cola. A light refreshment with the bold, clean taste. Generous in flavor and sparkle. Pepsi belongs to your generation. Why else would Pepsi try so hard to be where you are? Everywhere.
Come alive, you're in the Pepsi generation.
The main functions of science can be termed as primarily comprehension and control. And blowing things up.
Comprehension is sometimes merely that of the physical, but more often it deals with the universal forces that affect the lives of each one of us.
John Carradine as a teenager.
We know that the vast spaces surrounding our planet are teeming with
Vastness and
micrometeors and
spacey
radiations
things.
that originate from the stars and the distant galaxies.
You'd have thought they could
Strange,
afford a
little understood
tripod.
phenomena have been observed in the depths of our oceans and deep within the mass that underlies the crust of this globe upon which we live.
Down,
With the help of
down.
instruments and the accepted natural mathematical laws,
Like addition.
we have been able to expand our comprehension, but to a small degree.
Oh, about 5
Man has
degrees.
learned that life is everywhere.
Especially in the dirty
Although
laundry
we are
basket.
part of it, it seems the thing we understand the least.
Like, what's with that
The
pencil,
great
Dr.
mysteries
Freud?
we seek to unlock could be no more manifest than within our own beings. Actually, our quest for comprehension is most complicated by
Mike, did
the
they have the
failure
cue
to
cards in the
discover
wrong order?
reality within ourselves.
Who knows?
If we are unable to see the woods because of the trees, if we fail first truly to comprehend,
We'll have to take it again next semester.
follows that there can be no chance of any type of control.
It's all about control.
Felix Unger Films presents.
More like the cactus people.
Yeah. John Carradine, your humble narrator.
It's never a good sign when the narrator gets top billing.
If your Blomgren's bent, you should get a new one.
David Norberg Trials.
Arthur C. Pierce, author of 2002, A Trip to the Space Drugstore.
Nils Nilsson, no relation to Wills Wilson.
Ah, that trendy script girl. She is. A la rage. Huh?
Building Blood.
Harry Arnold?
Hey, keep your Harry Arnold to yourself.
Directed by Virgil Jerry and Vogel Warren.
Meanwhile, in John Carradine's living room,
I should say something here.
Today we are groping out into space.
Whoa!
And space is slapping us across the face.
Universe
Jeez.
which has held its many secrets since the beginning.
The beginning, sir?
Beginning?
or the end, whatever
We're not
suits
at all
you.
sure that that term or any other can actually relate to a transition such as gases solidifying to form a planet which would eventually support living inhabitants. What we view as the beginning or the end of something.
But every new beginning comes from
Powered
some other
by the
beginning's
limitations
end.
of the mind machine itself. Now, if that mind machine had the power
Of
to conceive
Grayskull.
properly the additional dimension of time, our measurements of it would cease. Man would see the Earth,
As a plastic spinning
stars,
thing.
the whole cosmic void as timeless, limitless.
Brainless.
When deeper
Pointless.
comprehension is brought about by evolutionary processes,
Except in
man's
Kansas.
limitations in space will thus vanish. He will easily be able to travel from one planet to another, from one galaxy to another. The stream of knowledge evolution produces will become a powerful force.
The information
One
superhighway.
easily able to conquer time itself and the immeasurable distances of space.
Thank you, and good night.
So, where are the lyrics?
Oh no! Tinkerbell's been huffing helium again!
Well, just keep filming. Something will happen eventually.
This room was done entirely in white and gray. We think it's very memorable.
Turn down that music!
Welcome to Speckle Cam!
Oh, my barren ceilings! They're so ugly!
Oh, I've got a headache this big!
So, what's with the hairnet? Does she work a lunch counter in her dreams?
Roofophobia is the unrelenting fear of ceilings. Paxil can help.
Wait, that's the broom closet.
Cops is filmed on location.
And I ran so far away.
She's the first sleep jogger I've ever seen.
So, what are they using here? A 10K spotlight?
More like a 2D cell flashlight.
Figures.
This is the city, or at least the lower 2 feet of it.
This movie will be a whole lot better when the sound guy gets back from vacation.
Help, I have no lines.
You can't arrest me. I'm a mime.
I don't care which one you use. Let's get in there and stab him.
Now, stand against the far wall.
Give us a kiss.
Diane Wilson, average American girl living in a suburban community.
Look how flexible her neck
She had
is.
never been known to be
Yeah,
mentally
put her on
ill
the couch. I'll get
or
to her
behave
later.
in the erratic manner in which the police patrol had found her. Chief of Police Arnold Johnson had been accustomed to dealing with the many and varied situations that often called for extensive professional assistance. In this case, he called upon the best qualified man he knew,
But he got the wrong number.
Dr. Ian
Reggie's
Severin,
pool hall and
MD
propane
and
parlor.
specialist in psychiatry. The doctor had known Miss Wilson throughout most of her years and was very much disturbed upon hearing of her present condition. It was agreed he would leave at once for an attempt to determine the cause of her unorthodox and very sudden seizure.
Think we should move to Beverly Hills? Really?
The end.
Whew. Dr. Sedatives, get off her.
Couldn't afford to take her to a more specific hospital.
So are we supposed to be reading the article's fine print or what?
Keeps the legal department happy.
Oh, I just hate pan and scan.
In a totally unrelated story,
Can't we just flip over to Dilbert?
Spin art.
it's much better when toast is involved.
Mike, what is it with you and breakfast foods?
Well, I didn't get a chance to eat this morning.
Whatever. Yes, and she's taking her Nazi gold with her.